Hey, everyone. Happy Hump Day. Welcome to the stream. I was hoping to turn up with a nice 4K webcam today, show you my ugly face in 4K, but it hasn't arrived yet. It's going to arrive somewhere during the stream. Yes, here we are. Path of Exile 2, it's all going to change. We are less than 24 hours away from finding out the announcement of the patch notes, where we should know roughly what's going on, at least in some way. I feel like my Stream Elements bot has decided that it doesn't want to play anymore. I'm just going to check it. One sec. Yeah, I know it's here. It's fine. It's on. It's just not starting with its. It's not being very talkative. Maybe it's broken. But yeah, there's been some updates on PoE2 DB, which they generally only update stuff when there's concrete information. I don't think I've seen stuff proposed there that has not been real. So no, I haven't baited you. Maybe a little bit. Come on, come say hi. It's Hump Day. Maybe a little bit, but not overly. I haven't overly baited you. So, we might as well start. This has appeared on PoE2 DB. If you jump onto the site, I was trying to see how easy it was to edit it, to see if it was bullshit. It's not easy to edit it. You have to actually be a site moderator to edit it. So, and it's been up now for a little while. But there's some weird stuff that's appeared. About the Trial of the Ancestor stuff. Like this MTX was from before. But I'm guessing this is an item. Looks like we're going to get an Act 4 trial at the end of the... Which makes sense, right? Area level 51 would get a third trial in Act 4. Or maybe that would become our second trial. At the moment, it shows when you click deeper that it's... Got the Druid's starting stats, or I guess this might be assumed. Still don't know what he looks like. Try to get more area of effect.
Someone's still alive. Here.
They managed to get all of the audio out. Huh? Because
You are no natural creature.
if people watch my shit with ad block, I get no ad revenue. So I'm not going to promote the use of it.
Goblins attack the very land. There is something angry beneath the surface here. I can feel it.
He's very Scottish, isn't he? Comes from the Highlands. Or the Lowlands.
Death must be a relief after what he suffered. Constructed might. It's
What?
no match for real strength. Constructed might.
Constructed
It's no
might.
match for
That's
real
fucking
strength.
awful. They got that.
Constructed
Con-
might.
Sounds like
It's
you're
no
saying
match for
constructed.
real strength.
Don't make me tap the sign. I said the stuff, right? I did say there's been leaked stuff. I wasn't just baiting you in. There's a load of stuff appeared on PoE2DB. I might go through and listen to these. Some of these are gonna make me laugh.
The jungle has reclaimed what the Val sought to conquer.
23 hours to go. I think it's less milk. I think it's 22 hours to go.
They violated the natural order.
Yeah.
Their destruction was assured.
Oh, yeah, fuck off. We will be here from literally as soon as I finish work tomorrow.
A monument to the hubris of the Val. They violated the natural order. Their destruction was assured. They're alive! They're alive! They're alive! They're alive! They're alive!
You can actually make it pause. You can make it stop and start. Sounds like Fat Bastard. You're gonna eat that baby. I want my baby back, baby. I'm so hungry.
I can hear
I could eat. If you go on the site,
coming from inside this
JPB,
vessel.
if you literally just go on this
The
website,
Val used
it is
this to
20.
power doors?
It is this amount of time away. So whatever time it is for you now, add 23 hours to it, and take off 6 minutes, and you've nailed it. But I don't know, because I'm not a clock. Sorry.
I can hear a screaming coming from inside this
Quick
vessel.
maps.
The
There's
Val
Barky.
used this to power doors?
I am starting to get a bit hyped. To be honest, right, I'm not actually that hyped about the Druid, I must say. I'm really not. To me, it's not a class I'm like, oh, I've got to play the Druid. But I might want to play it now I've heard these silly voice lines.
I think this is what Alva was looking for. These Kalgurans, they cover the land as if they own it. The
shapeshifting, the whole shapeshifting trope
as if
for
the
me.
very life of this place is diminished.
The whole shapeshifting thing for me, it's not like some archetype I'm really into. I'd much rather, well, I'm just like a fucking barbarian in real life. I'd much rather just punch things in the head. I don't know what that says about me. Like, I like the idea of a martial artist monk, like not even using a weapon, just like one punch manning it around. I'm hoping for Deadeye. Fucking Deadeye. I was really hoping there's some huge surprise tomorrow that we weren't expecting. I think, well, if we can jump back to that. We can jump back to that. Go away, ads. Bam, fighting back the ads. If we go on to the Fate of the Val League, so the let me just put you in the middle so that everyone can see. Let me put you over this side so everyone can see. So on the right hand side, so we've got the two videos. They're saying there's going to be Twitch drops, which we know, new challenge rewards. We haven't had challenge rewards yet. So I'm assuming that means some sort of league challenge that's actually going to come in on this league, and there'll be some achievements throughout the league. When we do them, we'll unlock some MTX or something like that. I think that's what that means. We got the new class for Druid. Obviously, it's called the fucking Last of the Druids. If they don't release that, that's stupid. We got talismans. We knew about those because those are already referenced in game as the strength in weapon that's going to affect shapeshifting. So I think those two, though, that's obviously confirmed. The new the new transform system. That's obviously shape-shifting, but that's going to affect... The shape-shifting, from what I could see, is tied to skill gems and talismans, from how things have been sort of touched on so far, which would mean the transform system is being applied to all classes, right? Everyone's going to have some animation that shifts them into a bear or whatever. It's unlikely to be completely generic. We've got the new Trial of the Ancestors. This is something that is new, that people have been speculating about this one, that we might get a new trial. It's on my bingo thing as well. That would be cool. I'm sick of running fucking... Well, I'm not sick of running Sechamus. I haven't run Sechamus for like 2 months. I'm quite excited for my first week of running Sechamus in solo again. But anyway, the new trial might be good, especially if it ends up as what Trial of the Ancestor League was, and then it's a mechanic you can keep on doing. That was quite a fun thing to engage with, as another set of trials that you could engage with. That's a different type of gameplay. So if it does come in as Trial of the Ancestors from Path of Exile 1, that would be like a whole nother end game thing you can do, which, okay, it's away from mapping, but we needed the trials anyway. Cool. If it's good, it's got some good loot, then that would be grand. We've got new core supporter packs. Come spend your money now. Atlas revamp. Don't know where that's come from, but PoE2 DB suggesting that we're going to get an Atlas revamp, which we need because I really don't like the Atlas. I know some people do enjoy it, but for me, it's just not the one. New Pinnacle boss, which would make sense, right? There's Atziri. We've seen her knockers jiggling down that corridor a few times. Obviously, the new league, which they think is going to introduce Incursion, which, for those of you that don't know, PoE 1 Incursion, you get Alva will spawn in your map. Let's say it's ported over directly. She'll spawn in your map next to like a bit of a temple. You talk to her and she'll be like, "Oh, it's a temple from the past." Only now it'll be like, "Oh, it's a temple of the Val that Queen Atziri would have been using to commune with the beast. This is where she took a tentacle in her asshole." And then you go and you activate it, and all these monsters spawn in your map, and then you kill them all, and then you like deck build out like the temple. It's like a pyramid, right? And then you, depending on what you do, what you choose in the map, like which architect you kill and stuff, when you go into these temples, it will like empower the temple in a certain way, and then you can unlock like a giga temple and get all these cool rewards. That's where things like double corrupting happened. So if Incursion comes in and it starts introducing things like double corrupting, and you've got double corrupting on top of exceptional bases, that's the sort of time where End League, you're going to see items that are literally fucking one of a kind. You could not associate a value to them. If someone's got them, they're going to be selling them for like multiple mirrors based on like a one-off trade with someone. I did indeed say a tentacle in her asshole. Yes, that was a line that came out while I was talking. Hey, down to 5. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. So it's a Pastafarian temple. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, had drops for free skins last time. There's certain things on game. Atlas is in the tree. Yeah, both things are called the same thing. I'm hoping it means the world map. Although the Atlas tree needs a redesign. Both need reworking. One of them needs fleshing out with content. The other one needs reworking because it's just not fun to engage with. But yes, I did indeed mention a tentacle in her arsehole, which is communing with the beast, right? And as Jazarus rightly said when he was interviewing with Tri not too long ago, the reason they say communing is because they can't say fucking. I think that's reasonable. I think that is actually reasonable. I think it's a reasonable take. Really hoping this patch is the one. Very pessimistic. I know you call it Poo 2 now instead. I think it's probably worth not getting like keep the hype level sort of gentle. We have Vincent. How's it going? So this could be Recombinator's a new option. I don't know what this could possibly mean. I feel like that is some sort of data mining where someone's found the double corrupt window, but anyway. I've got no idea what it could even mean. Chugga chugga, it's choo choo, boop boop. Old steam train. I'll be honest, I have used the Recombinator perhaps 4 times in the entire 9 months that I've played this game. Not the Recombinator. Yeah, the Recombinator. Reforging and recombinating are 2 different things. I used it once, deleted both items when it had like a 30% chance, and I was like, and then every time I've put 2 items in there, and I've tried, you're like trying to merge up like 2 tier 1s or something, it's like your chance of success is 0.27%, and it's like, I might as well just fucking piss my divines away on diamonds. Speaking of pissing our diamonds away on divines, before we do anything else, we're going to go back and listen to some more voice lines. I'm really into the voice lines, by the way. I'm like super into the voice lines. So good. Oh, hell yeah. We're about to get diamond up. Why do I have all this crap on me?
Use of this.
Get rid of all that. Right, let's get some more diamonds. One of these is definitely a spark. By the way, 100%. People are still massively farming Arbiter. Oh, there we go. We've got 13. Lucky number 13. Perfect. We will have patch notes tomorrow. That's what they've said anyway. I was as well, BJ. I was. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we're playing with. +2 supercharged slam. I also brought a controller. I need to try out playing with a controller. I haven't played a game with a controller for a long time. Video games, wee! I'm well excited. Hey, Corbin. How's it going, man? Good to see you. You seen the PoE 2 DB leaks? Well, leaks. Where the fuck have I put them? We've got...
The Earth's fury. I know it better than most. By the first ones.
We've got voice
It's
lines.
ruddy boiling in here. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Just stop already.
Oh, that's awesome. That was
Stomp,
awesome.
stomp, stomp. Just stop already. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Just stop already.
The guy...
Stomp, stomp, stomp. Just stop already. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Just stop already.
There you go. There you go.
The mountain.
I've not been so active on YouTube the
The
last month.
seas.
Had some stuff going on with family that's distracted me emotionally. And honestly, after doing all the rarity stuff on
tested their
YouTube,
strength against this
I
place.
did lose my boner
I
for
can
last
respect
patch a
that.
bit. I did. The whole gang did. All the Bang Boys were like, maybe we should play different games.
God, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, I did my campaign supercut and my new monk guide. So my monk leveling guide, which, pending them ruining everything tomorrow, should hopefully still be good. So I redid that. It's a 3-hour campaign supercut, the sort of thing you put on when you're about to go to sleep and then wake up in the morning with some AI fireplace playing raindrop sounds to you. Yeah, it's the whole campaign cut down. I cut it down to 3 hours. I cut out all the shit where I either wasn't talking or was talking bullshit. Oh, I hope so, Corbin. I hope Martial Artist comes. I do. I really hope so, because I've spent the last sort of week practicing on the monk, rewriting my League Start guide, and yeah. Hopefully it's in a situation where if there are any changes, it's just a tweak. Are you doing a fizz-based one? I'm going for one button build as soon as possible, get to Stormwave, run around using Stormwave, and then I'll figure out whatever's good after that, because I know that should work up to like, I'll get you up to red maps without like basically SSF, no gear, and then from there we'll like put on a stick and hit stuff or something. I don't know. I am live on YouTube as well. I'm live on both. I'm always live on Twitch and YouTube simultaneously. There's a Might Makes Right one where... Oh!
Might makes right. Respect the natural order.
Is that a druid a little based? Fucking hell. Nice. I bet those ones don't get said in game. I bet they don't get said.
Might makes right. Respect the natural order.
It comes with 2 cans of a tenant and a Celtic shirt. That's the fucking MTX. Oh shit. It took me about 20 hours to quit trying to roll out. Then I was playing Megabonk. And I was... no, not Megabonk. I was playing Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. And I kept trying to dodge roll. I kept smashing spacebar to try and... The game has only got 4 fucking buttons. So you've got W, A, S, and D. There aren't any other buttons. And I was playing it. I kept going... What the fuck's that noise? It was my thumb instinctively smacking the spacebar whenever I noticed trouble. I was like, oh, well, that's muscle memory. Yeah, it'll be good.
Heart of the earth!
Guys, look what we're looking at. Look at the names of the skilled summon wolf, skilled tornado.
Sucker Walls wake!
Oh, he's not being rabbit tomorrow. He's on with Farmer. X the Farmer. He's on with Farmer Cheddar. Not Farham. Farmer. We've got all of the... here you go, bud. We've got all the voice lines. So... which means we can actually get some skill names. If we don't... fuck, bollocks. Go away. Go away. So this is using a skill in town.
That would anger the...
Can he wait? I love it.
That would anger the Driocht.
Hey, ever great. We've got a bunch of voice files of all of the druid stuff.
Strength brings
He's secretly racist. He's secretly a right-wing extremist. Listen.
Might makes right. Respect the natural order.
So closet racist druid.
Daddy, you're my daddy.
Thanks for the sub.
Nature's
But
fury.
yeah, there's a couple of skill names here, which I think these could well be new skills being introduced, right? So we've got Tornado, which isn't Twister, and that's not Tornado Shot. I would expect skill _ tornado _ shot if it was tornado shot, right? So this is just skill tornado. That's new. We've got skill summon wolf combat, but we knew this was we'd seen this skill gem already. So that's we're gonna get the summon wolf thing.
Great wolf, aid me.
And then we've got volcano.
Heart of the earth.
So that's 3 new skills that he's got specific voice lines for. I know strength is strength in. Just trying to figure out if this means anything. But any of these other ones mean anything? Like if there's any lines that where the name of the file looks like it means something new.
I will be the one to put right the natural order. I am starting to understand. A druid usually travels light. Nothing left. It's empty! I need more time for that.
These are standards of lower prison. Lower prison. Upper prison. Singing caverns. Tropical island. That's all tier 4. Journey end. Journey's end. Journey's end. Catch bay. Strike boss. Strike island. Volcano boss. They're all things I recognise. Canyon, Blackjaw, lower prison. He must have other voice lines before that. That can't be the complete lot. Squall is a bird, so maybe a bird form. Crab form, fungus form. Any fun waifu forms? With the power of big titty distraction, the druid is the perfect addition to any party. With his ascendancy waifu form, you can distract any boss for 12 seconds. Now this does sound just like the Chronomancer's freeze, but assure us it is not, as the screen will zoom in on your druid's jiggly waifu breasts for the duration of the skill. Like that. Yeah?
I've not the mind for that.
Well, his voice sounds pretty cool. He's definitely very Scottish.
Nothing left!
So that's one thing that's come out, is all of that shit. All the Twitch drops have come out. What are the, oh, this is just the link. That's literally just a link to the site saying, yep, you will get Twitch drops. But yeah, that's... I want to know where they've got this information from. I want to know where the incursion mechanism has come from. He's going to go Googling. It must be some leak, right? Incursion confirmed for 0.4 5 days ago.
So check this out, boy.
Alright, Jazarus has done a piece on this. We're going to watch Jazarus' video. Make sure you go check this out, because he's probably explained this really well, and he looks like he's dug up all the information that I have not. So, he also put this out a couple of days ago, so I don't feel so bad. But make sure you go check out his video and drop it a like. I would drop it a like. I would preemptively drop it a like, so I like his videos.
With the
also, he's in the
release
right
of
place
the
so I can see
teaser
him.
that shows that the league mechanic is going to be called the Fate of the Baal, right?
Right. So it was Jazarus, it was this guy that said to try that the reason they say that she's communing with the beast is because they can't say fucking, and his delivery of it was honestly one of the funniest fucking things I've seen. It was the way he said it and everything. He's like, they can't. It was awesome. I have to see if I can find the short. It was really funny.
People are speculating what mechanic could this be, and some people are saying it can be.
Take on the form of Jonathan and using your laser vision. Using your ascendancy power, the vision, you can make any monster only capable of backflip and parry.
Incursion from Path of Exile 1, where you build the temple in the past. It can be the Baal side areas that you have in maps, also in Path of Exile 1, that make up for the existence of the Baal skill gems, which are special versions of normal skill gems with a twist. And there is also the possibility that you don't get either incursion or Baal side areas and you get something totally different. I am not expecting them to create a new mechanic. If they do, cool. I am fine with that, but I am not expecting them to do that. But what I think can happen is that they re-skin.
The thing in the desert? You mean incursions? Not incursions. I can't remember the name of it.
Mechanic. What do
Jonathan
I mean by
Ford
this?
would make Delhi Fog more dense.
In 0.3 we have the Abyssal, right? The Abyss mechanic. Awesome, cool. They reworked it a little bit and they combined with the Abyssal mechanic. The Desecrated Mods is something that exists in Path of Exile 1 with a different mechanic that is called Betrayal. And in there...
Betrayal. I think you're talking about Betrayal, JDH, which Jazarus just mentioned, where you go and chase down the Syndicate and then you fight a Syndicate boss, which I think is different. It's very separate from the Val as far as I understand, in lore-wise. The Syndicate are very... There's some modern set of humans that are trying to find the secrets to eternal life or some bollocks. I can't. God damn. I'm really trying to remember. Their leader's trying to like be immortal, and then when you kill her, she's like you can't kill her because they've started unlocking the secrets of immortality. And when you do the boss fight, you have to do all these like these things because of that, and it's kind of thematic. But it's not Val. I don't think it's gonna be different. That's the only desert thing I can think of. Shit.
Mods what are called on build or build mods, right? A build modifier is, look, it is gray or blue or whatever, but it is the same shit that in PoE2 the desecrated thing that is green. It is basically the same, right? But in PoE1 this is from the betrayal mechanic. So they can do that in PoE2, making a different mechanic have a Val skin.
Different mechanic of a Val skin, so you think it might come in. Really? A new window. Statue in desert. If I just Google this, is it going to be on the news, right? Game Awards mysterious desert statue takes another twist. The fuck is this? The fuck is this? Man, that looks like fucking AI. That doesn't look real. To fucking get closer to it. I mean, well, that's a fucking crocodile. What's that armor pattern? This is like some sort of fucking door, isn't it? Like, look at it. Which is kind of... If you look at that seam, it's kind of like the seam thing that was in the middle of... Caesar's Legion? That doesn't look like anything to do with PoE to me. GTA 6! It's how they're announcing the delay to GTA 6. The fuck is this, man? Why do video game companies do this cryptic ass shit? It does look like the PoE thing, doesn't it, in the middle? If you ignore all this guff around the outside, that does look a bit like the thing that was... But this is... Hey, Yoshi. It does look AI generated as well, doesn't it? Hey, Rob. I think the nighttime picks the one up here, right? This one. Like, that looks fucking mad. Honest to God, this looks more like it should be something like... This looks more like it should be Doom or something like that. To me, like, that's screaming like Doom. It's not screaming PoE. I'm like, I think there's another fucking Doom game coming. Have a good one, man. See you well. Oh, why is that? What is that crazy shit? Let me get my fucking fat head out the way. In fact, just... That looks more like something out of Doom. I swear to God. I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, what they're saying about it. A bizarre statue in the Mojave Desert has taken over gaming social feeds this week, but leading theories about what it's being teased has now been shot down, setting the stage for an even more unpredictable reveal at the Game Awards. On November the 28th, Jeff Keighley posted a photo of a sinister-looking sculpture with the caption, "Regal Inspiring Thickness." Fans quickly recognised the phrase as What Three Words Locations, which pointed to a remote patch of land near Joshua Tree, California. The official Game Awards account has then doubled down by sharing a satellite view of the same coordinates, confirming the site was part of an authorised promo. Within hours, people drove out to investigate and posted images of a towering, nightmarish structure filled with skeletal carvings, horns, and tangled limbs. Visitors also found the statue glowing red after dark, fueling even wilder theories. Diablo, God of War, and Elder Scrolls 6 theories debunked. Two of the most popular guesses, a Diablo 4 expansion or a new God of War reveal, have now been dismissed by reliable voices. Earlier in the week, insider Jez Corden replied to a fan asking if the statue was Diablo-related, saying, "Yes, but also more." The answer briefly sent Blizzard fans into a frenzy. However, Bloomberg's Jason Schneider quickly poured water on the idea. No idea where Jez is getting that, but this statue is not teasing the Diablo 4 expansion. I don't currently plan on reporting what it is, sorry, but it's a good one. If Blizzard did have a new Diablo expansion to unveil, no one would care because D4 bad. It may make more sense for the developer to reveal it at BlizzCon next year as opposed to the Game Awards. I inserted that bit about D4 bad. It is bad, but that was my own words. Schreier followed this up a day later after theory spread that tease was actually for Elder Scrolls 6. I'll do this one more time because people are getting out of control. No, the statue isn't teasing about Elder Scrolls 6. Another well-known leaker, Ashong, also dismissed the possibility that it's connected to Sony Santa Monica's next God of War project, saying he doesn't see how, but it relates to anything at SSM right now. Speculation shrank further when streamer Luke Stevens claimed on X that God of War director Corey Parlog dropped into his Twitch chat and confirms that this is not God of War related. So what is it? I think it looks a Doom. I think it's a fucking Doom to me, man. It's like the art from Doom and everything. Diablo Immortal 2. What? Don't you guys have phones? What? Don't you guys have Neuralink? You just play Diablo Immortal directly into your brain. It reads how much spare money you've got in your bank, and it gives you that many gems. Don't get Neuralink.
So I am still coping that I can get the delve mechanic, but instead of delving into the mines, you delve into a Baal temple, for example. That being said, if the mechanic is incursion, I will love it. I think incursion is awesome.
I like incursion.
It is my second favorite mechanic in PoE 1. My number one mechanic is delve. You know it, I have said it repeatedly. But my second favorite mechanic is incursion. So if we get incursion, I will be very happy. Very, 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 very happy.
What is up with this chat? We need a Zeri's Jizz Flask.
We have this clip right here that gives more likelihood, more probabilities to the fact that we get incursion. This, in my opinion, makes it more likely that the mechanic is indeed incursion. It can still not be incursion. It can still be something entirely different. But this makes me think that there is a high likelihood it is incursion. So let's hear the clip and then we will talk about it.
And there was an interview you did at PAX West where you were asked what league mechanics are going to be
OF is about to
ported
get underway,
over,
guys.
at least roughly, from PoE 1 into PoE 2.
Got the ring light
and
so I
your
can make it look
answer
bigger with
was,
the right shadowing.
It kind of almost depends on which league mechanics you like. And it killed me that there was no follow-up question. So what PoE 1 league mechanics do you like?
Okay, the setup is pretty cool from Creeping here. He says there was an interview in another place where they asked you what PoE 1 mechanics are going to be in PoE 2. And Jonathan answered the question by saying the mechanics that we are going to port over are the mechanics that I like. Basically, the PoE 1 mechanics that Jonathan likes are going to be the mechanics that they are going to port over. Based, by the way. Like, I am going to port over what I like, brother. Fuck everything. I will just put over what I like. That is Giga Chat behavior right there, by the way. So Creep says, dude.
Okay, now Jazzarus has said it's Giga Chad behavior for Jonathan to say he's going to port over the mechanics that he likes. But Jonathan wants us backflip parry and using 10 buttons to do 200k damage. So I don't know if I agree with what Jonathan likes, to be honest. I think me and him might be at loggerheads of what makes a good game. But anyway.
They didn't
He's
ask
the one
you
making
then
it. I'm the
what
one playing
mechanics
it.
you like, because that is what I would ask,
Doing a harder
right?
job than me.
If you are going to put over the mechanics that you like, what mechanics do you like? That is the follow-up, right? So Creep ask him here, hey, what mechanics do you like? This is big, brother. This is awesome. Let's see what Jonathan says.
Okay, well, I am a big fan of Delph.
Okay.
Base!
And
Base! That is the best mechanic in the game, brother. I have always said that Jonathan is base as fuck. When people were hating on Jonathan on 0.2, I told people,
such a
no,
shit mechanic.
Jonathan is base, brother. And look, he is confirming it. One of his favorite mechanics is Delph. Base as fuck. Delph is the #1 mechanic. So
That's not.
this
Jazzarus,
makes
you're
me
wrong.
very happy. Because even if I don't get Delph this league, it makes me think that I will get it eventually. Because if we are going to pour over the mechanics that Jonathan likes, and Jonathan likes Delph, eventually I will get Delph. And that is awesome for me. That
Luckily,
is enough.
we're only
Even
gonna
if
listen
it
to him
is
for about
not this
10.
league, man.
okay, well, I am a big fan of Delph
Okay.
and Incursion.
Incursion.
definitely
There you have
Yeah. He says
it. He
incursion.
named Incursion. I am a big fan of Delph and Incursion. So again, this in my opinion increases the likelihood of getting Incursion because he named it as one of the mechanics that he likes that can get ported into the game. Now this ties to the name of the thing being the Fate of the Baal. We saw like a temple-like thing we saw at City. Alba is part of Path of Exile 2. We exchange words with Alba a lot of the time. He's part of the lore and the story. We even go back in time in Act 3 to the Baal Civilization's peak, which is a big part of the incursion mechanic. If you don't know how the incursion mechanic works, it basically works like this. There is a place in present time that is called the Temple of Atzoatl, right? It is imagine an Aztec pyramid, right?
Aren't we the beast
Basically,
of
you go
Atzoatl?
back in time to the time where they were building this pyramid, and you kill certain architects to affect the way they build the pyramid. So this way, you change how the pyramid is built in the future. It is
This
genius,
is going to
brother.
take some
I love
setup. I
it.
don't want to do it right now.
So when you do this in the past, the pyramid in the future changes, and then in the future you are able to go to the pyramid that you affected in the way that you wanted it to be. It is really fucking cool, right?
As long as it brings double corrupts. Honestly, so long as it brings double corrupts, I'm absolutely happy with it. Like, if double corrupts come in, I think it's going to be really funny, because then you can brick items. You guys can ask me to double corrupt your shit on stream, and then I can brick your items for you for free.
So all these tangential things, I think, tie together to a big probability of getting incursion. Bad thing, time travel, Alba, and Jonathan likes incursion. I am not saying we will get it. I am just saying that it improves the likelihood. Okay?
Those are two of my favorites. Partly because
Also got a new webcam.
I just enjoyed development of them. Like they were just really cool and thematic. I really enjoyed them. But I mean, there's lots of other mechanics that are just usually, that are very popular with players. Things like Ultimatum and things like that. These are great. I mean, I love
They already did Ultimatum with the Trial of Chaos, of course.
Ultimatum too, but like.
See, that's it. Because I think the infinite nature of Delve, like, it was fine, but I don't know if it was necessarily that good.
There are certain crowd favorites for sure. Incursion. Sorry, I already said that one.
I already said that one. Okay.
And that is the big.
So, thank you, Jazza. So, don't forget to go check the video out. His link. Drop it a like, whatever. I think we've watched the bit right. I was looking for it because he had done the work that I couldn't be bothered to do, which was figuring out why people think that the incursion mechanism is being introduced, and it seems that it is from that interview, that minute there where he mentions it twice. Because he mentions it twice, it must be stuck in his head, because everyone knows that Jonathan would be shit at poker and has too many tells. Starts to make sense now, doesn't it, that he's got all these tells. Like when he got angry with when he got a bit grumpy with Gazzy and Darth Microtransaction when they were asking about the async auction house. The reason he was probably grumpy about it, because I bet that ate a load of their time that he would have much rather spent on mechanics. And I bet when they asked that question, the whole dev team was balls deep in getting that one working. Hey, Joma. These leaks are. We're finding out how true they are. That's what I'm trying to find out how true they are. So, Atlas revamp, got nothing on that, I don't think. New Pinnacle boss. I think it seems I'm going to go grab a quick cup of tea, guys. It won't be a second. And then after stream tonight, I'm going to have to set up all my new stuff. Aziri was the first Pinnacle boss in Path of Exile 1. She was the first proper Pinnacle boss introduced in Path of Exile 1. Wait a minute, this looks very similar to what you got out of ChatGPT. And I wonder if people are just ChatGPTing stuff. The other question is, do they bring in Reflect as a modifier on maps so you can get Fizz and Ellie Reflect and just fucking unalive yourself? Jesus, I actually have read the YouTube terms. There's so many things you're not supposed to say. God, there are things I just say as well. It's like retraining myself. Oh man. The new transform system. So we went through it. Twitch drops we know about. Challenge rewards, that seems new, and it's going to be like probably MTX unlock. Druid, of course, we're getting it. Talismans, that's already referenced in game. Transform system is the shape shifting system. Does it like we're getting a new trial? They've got a couple of what look like data mined items. New supporter packs. Atlas revamp. I don't know if this is the Atlas skill tree or the Atlas itself. Hope it's the Atlas itself. New Pinnacle boss. New league. Incursion mechanic, which if it's anything like Incursion from PoE 1, it's fine. It adds a load of shit to the maps. I will do a druid build, yeah, but not. New pickle boss? Is that what I said? New pickle boss. When I was watching back my 9-hour video and cutting it back to 3 hours, the amount of times I said the wrong word, and I was like, I swear to God, I remember speaking that sentence and saying the right word, and I just realised how fucking stupid I must be. No. No, I might well have said Pickle Boss. In my head, I said Pinnacle Boss, but I might well have said Pickle Boss. Pickle Boss rolls off the tongue easier. Hey, I'm Pickle Boss. Morty! Morty, I turned myself into Pickle Boss. Why? Recombinators. I hate recombinating anyway. Is the new option that you can now recombinate talismans? That's the real question. Is the recombination option that you can now recombinate talismans? Of course, you're going to get this new option because you've got this new item being introduced. So of course you can. How could there not be a new option? It could be that, right? It could be that. It wouldn't be a lie. It wouldn't. It would be the truth. What if when you recombine, because we know that there's going to be shape-shifting skills attached to the talismans, and presumably there's going to be types of talisman the same as you've got types of staff. So you got like your Sigil of Power one, and then I've never used another type of staff, so I don't know what other skills you can get on staffs. But you're going to have this for talismans, right? So you'd have like, I don't know, something you could do as a wolf, or something you could do as a bear, or something you could do as a mushroom, because we know we're getting mushroom form. What if you recombine the talisman and it like merges the animals? So you can become like man, bear, pig. Or something. Take on two aspects at once. Yeah. Well, that's some food for thought. Now, recombinators for tourists. Oh, the tourist meme will never die, will it? I sometimes I go on Twitter and I just see like the word tourist in all caps, like somewhere under the tweet. I'm like, fucking hell, man. Like, that was a lesson as to why not to put videos out at 4 in the morning. It was a lesson for me as a newish creator. I was like, sometimes I get angry at 4 in the morning and I feel like recording a video. And what I'm never ever going to do in my entire life is get angry at 4 in the morning and record myself. Like, oh yeah. Would you like to make one of these? Well then, get your ass down to Morrison's and buy some of these, fresh today. I feel like, oh man, makes me look like a snack. It's like cooling an egg. Oh. Luckily, I never do that when I'm drunk. I just order kebab and fall asleep on the floor over there somewhere. I don't make it. I don't make it upstairs. Alright, what more have we got about the druids? We got his oh, we got the shapes. Oh, that's probably even bigger information than the fucking than the sounds. We got werebear. It's just werewolf player as well. It's not going to be. I don't think this is going to be local to the druid. Wyvern. Wyvern is the third form. Wolf, bear, and wyvern. And if I remember correctly, a wyvern is like a flying poison basilisk. Yeah. It's like a flying basilisk, isn't it? A wyvern, basically. If you were to, like, put it into a box. Someone actually knows what it is. I know what a basilisk is. But I'm trying to... Yeah, yeah. So it's going to be some flying poison thing. You're going to be I guess it could be another good poison build. Could be a good poison build there. I would assume it's going to be poison related anyway. I would. And then these are the passive overrides. So where are they actually going to be on the tree? Those numbers don't seem right. 6% increased area of effect to attacks. That's here, isn't it? Yeah. What, so this just becomes a fuck ton of attack and spell damage as you come out of here. This just straight up becomes 10% damage, 10% damage, 10% damage. Oh, dude, I'm Italian. What wyvern is? I'll Google a wyvern. It's kind of like a poisonous dragon. Yeah, that's a wyvern. They're like a poisonous dragon. Yeah, sure. There you go. So that sort of shit. It's like a, yeah, so it's a poison dragon. There's someone that's literally, this is someone that's super into it and has drawn the comparison. Are wyverns budget dragons? Are dragons... Are wyverns budget dragons? These are the big questions, guys. Sorry for the flashback. Oh, they probably... Victor, they probably will do, right? They probably will do. Let's not assume that that might not happen. Types of dragon. Reddit. Reddit's always good. We got a wyvern, which is the type of dragon. Yeah. They're typically poisony. Like Bastards. Hey Chris, how's it going? Happy hump day, everybody. Shall we set up? I'm tempted to set up this ring light, but I'm also scared that it's going to make me look simply too sexy. Why does it have... Oh, that's so it can be wireless? So I can charge it? Comes with a little tripod, look. Not if I put it in the right place. Not if I put it in the right place, Victor, because we've got this tripod. Hey, looks like me when I'm standing at the urinal, eh? Oh, guys, no, he's turning into an e-girl. No, no, no. It's turning into the time I need to do my first tax report for my company. And I figured that you guys would prefer it if all of the support money goes on stuff that's actually helpful rather than to HMRC. And if I spend it, they can't take it because I haven't made any fucking money. So I spent it on things I want for my computer. Or some of it. And I'll get myself under tax things. Now I'll get my VAT back as well. Well excited. Or 0.02 bonus, I know. Yeah. I can write off the tax, crazy old. It's all business expense. It's all this is all stuff I can write off as operational equipment, which means I get my 20% of my VAT back. Yeah, I'm spending before. After seeing the budget, man, it's being spent before Rachel can take it. She can get the fuck. Get her hands off my money. You know, I've got friends in high places. I'm surprised no one commented on the video where I've literally got it massive. I've got quite a few comments on the video. No one's been like, why do you have a jumper with Epstein on it in the background? Stunk. Right, I'm so gonna fuck this up. Where do you plug in? Why do I have like two things? Oh, is that so I can plug it into my phone? No way. Of course. You can plug it onto a phone so that you can film with your phone. Corn. I don't know enough of those, Chris. Next month, though. That's what I'm saying. That's next month is when I'm going to have to give some money to HMRC, and I don't want to, so I'm spending it all so that the profits goes down and then they won't take as much. What the fuck? I have to get sexy with it. I have to bring sexy back. Looks like it. So I should technically be able to just like clip this wherever it makes the light do the best thing. In theory. Or stick it on the tripod and then put it literally anywhere. How do I turn it on though? Like, I didn't spend a lot of money on this. I brought like the cheapest, shittest one because I thought I'd probably just fuck it up. Oh, there you go. There's like a literal on button. So, an on button which is attached to the thing which I need to put down the back of the computer. Alright, let's assume that here is... Fucking hell, this is awkward. Let's assume that on this monitor is going to be fine. Whoa, that is not a fun place to clip that. Like, you could quite easily just clip that onto your screen and fucking break it. Oh, whatever, guys. Fixing it. So if I put that, like there, next to the stream deck. One sec. Do I even have any fucking USB ports? Front boy USB ports. Oh. Ugh. On your marks, get set. Whoa! Fuck, that's bright. And then the Lord said, "Let there be light." Fucking hell! Jesus Christ! It burns! It burns! It burns! There you go. That light is actually immediately quite a bit better. Oof. Now I can figure out like the best place to have the light though. And the light levels. Look at this. What a cool toy. It's making my room bright. Yeah. I need to find the right setting. I do. I don't know if that might just not be the right place for it. It actually might be better on like the corner of the desk or something, bringing the light in from the other side rather than from above. So I bet if I take my hat off, it's gonna make me look really bald. Look how oh look, the light's making me look so bald. Oh no. Hello, shoe babe. Oh look, it's making look, it's even taking all the hair off the cat. Look, she's looking bald as well. What is this? It's the light, after all. It's not me, it's the light that does that. You can see, like, you can see all her skin and everything. It's definitely the light, definitely not me. Hello.
These goblins attack the very land. There is something angry beneath the surface here. I can feel it.
I need to set up my other camera. I got a new camera as well. I did. So I will set it up and get the light working properly when I've got the other camera connected. But that camera, I should be able to do things like this and make it like zoom in and zoom out. Yeah, it's a track camera, yeah. So I should be able to make it like do stuff with my hands and do hand motions and make it do things. It's gonna be, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. So I got that. I wanted to get a 4K camera, and I thought I'll just splash out a bit on a decent one. So I got that, a ring light, a controller. I got myself all set up. So when I shave my head on camera, you'll be able to see it in full. It's all getting shaved off next Friday anyway, Chris. We will probably do that probably about an hour before the league go live, so I've got enough to 1, cut it into a stupid style, 2, shave it all off so it is gone, and then 3, probably jump in the shower very quickly so I'm not itchy for the next 24 hours. And then league start. That's the plan for next week. The plan for tomorrow, of course, as soon as I finish work, I'll get the stream on. You might have to put up with me eating a bowl of food, but then we'll be watching the stream. No, I'm not. It almost sounds like stream ending tonight, but it's not. I'm just dubious about how much I want to do a campaign, so the longer I can just keep talking shit, the better, as far as I'm concerned. We might even set up the other camera.
Oh, I'm glad to be rid of this thing.
Well, I think what we're going to do is we might as well talk through it. Let's get it looking good. It never looks good. This is as good as it looks. This is why we're at hat all the time. So as you can see, we've got some recession here. This is forehead that should be covered by hair. You can see if we pull it back, there's a lot of forehead on display, right? That's not a filter. That's just, there's a lot of forehead to go. You can see, look at this, right? Look at that. That's supposed to be hair. So there's a limited number of styles we can do. What we can do is we can shave off all of this bit here. This bit can go, and then we can keep the sides, the back, and the this side. We could then see if we can get a comb over going. I don't think we will be able to. I think it's going to be a challenge. But we can try. Maybe if we do both sides at once, we could sort of get them to meet over the middle like this and see what that looks like. So we'll try that. And then we're basically out. What the fuck I've just done to my hair by dragging it around. Then basically we're out of styles. We could shave off the sides and save this bit here. Then we could actually go full monk, and I could keep the rat tail. I don't think I've got enough at the front, man, to do the Friar Tuck. I honestly don't. This is gone. It's gone. It's fucking gone. It's gone. So yeah. It doesn't actually look too bad when I shave it all off. I do look quite good, but at the moment it's actually at the length where I definitely would have cut it about a month ago and just sheared it all off. But I promised you guys I'd shear it off on camera last league launch, and as I said, it seems prudent to do it at the actual league launch when you guys have got fuck all to do for an hour, apart from wait. If you click back for the last hour, Shrug, we've been talking about, which is like the Druid text audio. Here you go. They're quite funny. You want to hear how... Wait, one sec. What we've found out so far is... No, babe, don't eat those. Where is it? Where's the ones of him being a right-wing nationalist? Somewhere. What? They gone already? Ah, here we go.
Might makes right. Respect the natural order. Might makes right. Weak. Strength brings wealth.
So there's a bunch of lines that have all been released. Okay.
I need more spirit.
Oh, cat's just come and got all comfy on my lap. It's kind of sweet. You're right there. So all the lines have been released. There's a couple of other bits of information as well that have come. They're interested in doing those. We've got the 3 shapes, which were correctly data mined earlier: werebear, werewolf, werewyvern. And PoEDB have started to put together a list of mechanics that are coming together, which is, I say leaks. This is rightfully assumed based on all of the interviews that people have given. But so things like incursion. This one seems a bit woolly. So they've put incursion mechanic introduced because Jonathan happened to mention it twice within 1 minute. They do sound very dwarf-like. That's because dwarves are always Scottish. Not all Scots are dwarves, but all dwarves are Scots, you know? Yeah, it's just the right amount of light. So I do need to reduce the exposure on the camera. Oh, well, let's have a look at this other one. See how fancy this shit is. I might have to go off camera for a second. Right, tripod. I need a chest. I need a set of drawers near my desk for things that are for my computer. It's my house now. I can do what I want. Tripod can live up there. It actually looks like a hat for my beer cap. That looks cool. Reminds me of the 2 Scottish men in a voice. Oh. Well, on holiday once got talking to this guy from Glasgow, and I did literally understand maybe every third word he was saying. It was a fucking challenge. And he had like a skin full of drink as well. Some all-inclusive holiday we were on in Turkey, I think it was. Yeah. I remember him wanting to go and fight wild boars. He didn't, thank God, because he probably would have died. Strange fella. Oh, this box is fancy. Oh, it's tiny. It's so little. Look at it. Ooh. It's so little. It's telling me, like, not to block my face and stuff. It is what she said, Chris. Yes. Ha ha ha. Well done. What else is in here? Cardboard. Look at that. Look, it's like a fucking Jack in the Box. The fuck? I'm assuming this is my user manual. Yep. This is waste cardboard. Why have you done this? Now it's just like impossible to stuff it back in the box. What the fuck is... Why? Why? This is so unnecessary. The manufacturing cost to make this box like this. Down with eccentric boxing. Up with the proletariat. When I was buying these things, right, so this was quite funny. I've got the picture actually in Discord. So when I was buying these things earlier, okay, we talk a lot of shit in the guild part of Discord. Yeah, right. Anyway, so when I was buying this shit, as I went to check out, it was like, here are some other things that other people that buy these products have brought. State and Revolution by Vladimir Lenin. Guys, we're going full communism. Just need to get a shock collar. 1 second. Where's my cat? Surprised there's not a fucking shock collar on here as well. Oh, I've heard that's the done thing. That's what all the popular streamers are doing, right? I do have... No, those YouTube banners are gone, man. It's my Twitch banner now, where my Twitch name is Stalin Sympathizer. Again, this might be why I get suggested to buy communist manifestos and shit. Well, I think my Discord handle is Stalin Sympathizer as well. So... Right, so... Next thing, right? Box. Has this little bit that you open it with. Immediately ripped. Immediately. Do you know why? Because that's not actually where you open the box. I don't know how you open this. This is like what you guys must... This must be like watching a fucking monkey, like, use tools for the first time. Why? 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 So I've got this fucking hole here, right? And I can put my thumb in it, and it's like a thing. It's like a pull tab, right? You can see that. It's like a pull tab. You can see this pull tab, right? It actually just fucking opens at the end like a normal box. I simp with those that simp with me, Stalin, probably. Yeah. Eh? Where's the other fucking bit? Oh, it's in my hand. Oh, it's in my hand. God, it was in my hand the whole time. It was in... Yeah, Jeremy, the 0.4 release date's the 12th. That's been out for a while. Hey, Darnell, they've released a load of Druid voice lines, and they're all available on PoE 2DB, so you can listen to him saying stuff like this. I just pick a line at random.
These Calgurans, they
Scottish.
cover the land as if they own it. The Driocht here feel dulled, as if the very life of this place is diminished.
Alright, so that goes in that end. Oh no way, this could go on the tripod I just got. No way. Tripod camera? I mean, it's absolutely going to be pointing at me from, like, far too low. Would it? It might not. That might be, like, fucking perfect. I don't know how to tighten this up in a way that... Just put it down like that, and then... Level that bit out. I mean, that's like a foot lower. So how the fuck do you lock these legs in position? Anyway. It's not actually going to go on that. It's going to have to just go on the PC, right? Like the other one. Just... Yeah. Is it one clip? The other one feels much more secure. That is, like, if I knock my computer desk at all, that is falling. We have to go on a tripod. We have to set up on a tripod. Yeah, I went over it for the first hour of the stream. They're still on the screen as well. Well, shapes, druid text, and a bunch of stuff that's coming. It's going to be incursion, apparently. I still don't necessarily. I still don't. I don't think it's going to be incursion like PoE 1 incursion. I don't. Right. Do I swap this over? I'm kind of scared that it's just not going to work. Well, I'm going to have to set it up. Also, the fact that it's all in Chinese is worrying me. I mean, I could quite simply have both equipped. I could have both. I could have both cameras. I could have that webcam and then the other one, and I could switch between cameras. That would be pretty cool. For sure. I've not covered my thoughts on the Wyvern because my thoughts on all of this are the same as Like, as far as a like archetype, doesn't excite me at all. Like, shape shifting is not my jam. It's not something I'm like, oh yeah, I've got to go fucking turn into a bear. What? What? Turning into a poisonous dragon, even less so. At least I could relate to a bear in some way. Like, it's a bear. Or a wolf. I'm more excited about the summon wolves. I have no idea how they're going to introduce it. Hollow palm bear. Well, how's a bear going to use a weapon anyway? It's technically going to be like hollow palm anyway, right? Just read a hilarious news story about a really important artist who is selling the house she wrecked with her art. That looks like a 4-year-old did it for 2 million. I take it it's not going well for her. We're going to set up the new webcam later. I can also now do this. And then I said, let there be light. No, I don't think so. Got a bear hat. Yeah. The boys at the local club know me as a bit of a bear. That's a lie. I'm not big enough. And it looks like there's going to be some changes. So these are going to change. The druid's definitely coming out of this part of the tree. 100%, because they've listed what nodes are going to be changing. Yep. So we say that the druid is going to be lightning based, right? But I don't think that's the case. So if we go down here and we look for the word skill, eventually we get down to some interestingly named voice files.
Nature's fury.
Such as skill tornado. Well, as last I heard, tornado's kind of windy.
Nature's fury.
It's nature's pocket. We've got the summon wolf combat, but we've already seen that gem, so that's not new. And then we got the skill volcano. And last I heard, volcanoes are pretty hot. A bit fiery, in fact. And considering where Druid is coming out on the tree, right? So Druid's coming out here. Just down here, you've got fire nodes. Whoop, 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 fire. Whoop, 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 everything is fire. Avatar of fire, fire damage, fire burning nature, fire damage, fire damage, fire damage, fire damage, fire damage. All of the fire damage is located in this part of the tree, with plenty of space right here for more nodes. So when we consider that, and we consider the very little information we've got on these voice lines, I would say that fire is getting an overhaul. Interestingly, that's what I actually suggested would happen about 3 weeks ago. The reason I suggested it is because the tree looks like this. Yeah, I think fire is going to get the love it needs. They do. They are like the D2 druid skills, for sure. Yeah. I think I should just change. No, the stream title's fine. We are mostly just talking shit now. I don't know if I'm going to start a campaign or not. Getting a bit late. Also want to set up my new toy. Yeah, we don't get ring. I do get ring lights in my glasses if I look up, Victor, like that. Like, but not if I look at like what is normal height. Yep. Again, right? We're down the strength side of the tree, right? We're down. Bears are going to be big and stumpy, right? We've seen them doing their bear stampede, where it's like fucking jumping around and all of like the aftershocks are coming out every time he takes a step forward and he's like galloping. It's these details were shown ages ago, but you can see, like, again, we're near all the area, so that natural synergy with what we've seen is here. You can tell what sort of base stuff would come based on the tree, because it naturally synergizes all the time. I haven't had a shower today. Interesting. I skipped out on a shower. Some gross. I have one before bed. I had a nap. Also, retail therapy? New toys everywhere. Controller. Webcam that I'm now dubious about. And I'm wondering what the fuck, how the fuck I'm going to set it up. Wow. It just doesn't clip well to the computer, right? I'm going to show you guys the issue. It's important. So this thing here, hang on. Oh, am I stupid? No, I'm not stupid, I'm not stupid. Yeah, this clip just seems really weak. It's really relying on a good weapon. It'd probably be fine, to be honest. It'd work quite well. You wouldn't level it like this. You wouldn't. It's probably one of the more complex builds I did. It works quite well, though. With its, what? Yeah, it ended up looking really solid. Ended up looking really balanced. I never made a build guide for this. I started making a build guide for it. Pornhub. That's PoE2DB. Not allowed to look at porn in the UK anymore. They ask you for ID. Do you know what? I think I did literally everything but press the publish button. I didn't write that bit. Okay, there's some stuff I didn't write. Alright, there's some stuff I didn't write. I think it's accurate. The rotation for maps is run around and press right click. Just run around doing this. Oh. Well, no, because I haven't had a shower, so I couldn't have possibly done that either. That's the skill rotation, Milk. You do this. You run around. That's about it. And then on bosses, you go totem, 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 hammer, shout, shout again. Oh no, wait, fuck, I've forgotten. And then you right click. No, left click. Oh, you make a fucking mess. It kills stuff. It does. I decided against the... Hang on, did I sell my other hammer? Oh shit, we've still got those diamonds to identify. They're just sitting in my inventory. Fuck me. Oh, let's go. Supercharged slam. Worthless. +1 summon spectre. 24 divines. Quids in, boys. Soul offering. Blood hunt. Artillery ballista. +3. Terrible. Ice nova. Skeletal reaver. Tempest flurry. 30 divines. Oh my god. Defiance banner. Frost bomb. Mortar cannon. Terrible. Storm mage. Spark. No, molten blast. I thought if I willed it into existence it might happen. Well. That's a lot of diamonds. This is a lot of bricks. There was a vid that Gazzy reviewed earlier about how much extra damage lightning does. It does quite a lot more, but it has the potential for a lot higher. Oh, right. It's not. I would say its upper damage potential might be that much more. Its average damage potential is not going to be that much more. It's not possible. Also, Comet is by far the hardest hitting thing. So for some extra Gazzy insight, was it just a VOD review? I mean, we could watch it, and I could try and give you guys my insight. It's going to be quick numbers, though.
Seems like a good
No.
deal.
Oh, there's my other mace. Give me that back. Oh.
Is that a good price for that? I have no idea.
How about it, boys?
I can to
You guys know my characters. Character name. And girls. I am officially end-leaguing in front of you all. Some of this stuff is going to be worth a lot more than one exalt, by the way. But if it hasn't sold now, it's not going to sell. But if there's some shit here you guys might want to make some builds, feel free to come take it, because I am literally just going to carry it back into standard and never clean it up. So
I'm sure someone will want that.
everything must go flash sale. Beat the bots. Come on, guys, beat the bots. I believe in you.
Someone is bound to buy that. I'll do what I can.
You have to come check if it's good. So far, no immediate bot action.
Seems like a good deal.
Right, anything else? I'm going to sell stuff out of the guild stash for an exalt. We've got the 3... Yeah, Zleppy. The streams have been running for like an hour and a half, man. There wasn't that many leaks. Although, to be fair, like the way that PoE2, the information that's been used to confirm incursion is the fact that Jonathan mentioned it twice in an interview, and that's bollocks. That's bollocks. Maybe it will be incursion, but like, I think that's grasping at straws, really, to say that definitely means that. But he does mention it twice in an interview with Crip. So. Sweet, you were doing a reactor. No, I don't know. I'm not going to watch. I'm not going to watch Gazzy react to someone else. I'd go and find the original video and watch that. I would. It says by Connor Converse, yeah? On lightning damage. In fact, Victor linked me this one, and I was like, oh yeah. Great find. Path of Exile 2 has a lightning problem, right? Let's get out of this.
This is 1 mana left. And we are fastly approaching the last of the Druids, patch 0.4 for PoE 2. I said I was going to make this video a little while back, and it wasn't really the right time, but we're coming up on the patch, so I think now is the right time. Path of Exile 2 has a lightning problem. And it always has. It's not actually a new problem that they just invented for this game. It's been a...
Would you like to see the leaks again? They're on one of this many, many things. They're also linked in the thing. So we've got all the voice lines that have been mined out with some of the new skills that have got specific voice lines. That's great. We have got confirmation, or best confirmation of what is coming. New Pinnacle Boss, new League, which we knew about, Atlas Revamp, new Trial, which was assumed, new Weapon, which we knew about, it's in the game, new Class, which obviously we're going to get that, Incursion mechanism introduced, and that's the thing I was trying to find, like, where has this leak come from? Because that's the really, really important one. And the best thing we could find on that was Jonathan literally talking about how he's going to remove his favourite mechanics over, and he mentioned Incursion twice, and I've already mentioned that one twice. Recombinator's a new option. Yeah, so like, there's definitely information leaking out. Incursion is Alva appears in your maps and you summon a load more monsters. Val is the reason. Yeah. So when they released at Zeri last time, it came with Incursion, right? So these two things came. So I think Incursion might be heavily lent on by the fact it's at Zeri confirmed. But that's everything we got so far. And then there's a bit more information that's come in as well. Yeah, mostly under the Druid. We've got the 3 shapes confirmed. Werewyvern sounds a bit lame. We've got the Druid texts. Yeah, all of the voice lines. Some of them pretty cool.
What have they done to this creature?
I don't think it's going to be Valside areas. Yeah, it's 20 years after Milk. Yeah, I hope it's not introduced as Incursion was, right? I really do hope that. I hope it's introduced in a new and exciting way. But yeah, there are leaks. It's all the most interesting stuff as far as I'm concerned is under the Druid part, and I'll stick a link in the chat. But like, yeah, have a read through. Check out some of the voice lines as well. The voice lines are pretty cool. But I went through them all earlier, so I'm not going through them all again. We're going to watch Connor Converse's fresh take on why lightning damage is the best. Something, of course, that we
It's a problem in PoE for like 13 years. But going into this patch, if I just blindly told you what's going to be the OP skill,
In fact, one sec. I brought these for a reason. Sound mixer options. Chrome. You can go to output device. Speakers.
probably going to say it's a Druid skill. That's a fair bet. It's the new class. It's going to be shiny. People are going to play it. But if I just blindly asked a crowd of PoE 2 players, what damage type is going to be
really loud, isn't it?
the meta skill for 0.4? 100.0% repeating would say lightning. Duh. Everyone knows this. And if you think I'm exaggerating this problem, let's take a gander back at some of the past leagues.
Talismans is the name
In
of the weapon.
0.1, the top builds were Spark with Archmage, Hoa with obviously the Gloves, Pillar of the Cage God, Tempest Flurry.
How is my mic still picking him up out of these headphones?
The only exception was Herald of Ice because it was the only Herald that could self-chain. It had nothing to do with the damage type. It was just that plus the unique ring, Porcelain, whatever it's called,
Portal Kill.
could self-chain
Porcelain
explode.
Kill.
And they removed other sources of self-chain explode. So that was just like the OP clear skill. But damage-wise, everything was lightning. Well, okay, it didn't get much better in point 2. Because if we look
Lightning
here
speed,
at Dawn of the Hunt, let's take a look at some of the skills. Herald of Thunder, 58%. Lightning Spear, 50%. Storm Lance, 45%. We're seeing a trend here. Well, surely it got better, right? Surely in point 3 they improved things. I don't know if it's actually
He's got to have some
possible to make
filter there.
that
That's not
percentage
everyone.
worse. I am using a slightly cherry-picked here.
I was going to say that is cherry picked because there's no fucking way that all those people were that 84% of people are playing Lightning Arrow.
Because I'm sorting by level 91. What? So, yeah.
Is that it? That's all he's done is minimum. No, that's right. Yeah, that. Fair enough. Really?
Well, surely it got better, right? Surely in point 3 they improved things.
Yeah, he's got no filters on at the top. No, he's gone from level 91 to... No way! What snapshots are he using? Day 2. Day 2. She's in day 2. Day 2 snapshot. Yeah. Okay, so on day 2, when the only known safe leveling build was Lightning Arrow, everyone was being advised to do Lightning Arrow no matter what class you were playing, right? So if I go and most people are playing Deadeye, right? That's the problem, right? 83% of people are playing Deadeye, and 82% are using Lightning Arrow. So okay, so what happens by day 3 then? 73%. So all the people that are following Fubgun's build, they're falling out the market because they can't get their gear. Falling out the market even more because they can't get their gear. Falling out the market even more because they can't get their gear. Falling out the market even more at the end of week 2. Falling out the market even more. Oh, and look, and the use of lightning arrows going down to about 38% because actually the market isn't there to support all these Deadeye players. What this is a reflection of everybody following one build guide, I would say. But I'm going to get into his research. We'll talk about his research. I just think that Cherry Pick Day 2 shows that actually this has a build diversity problem, and that the level of change and the amount of time that we got given with the patch notes denoted that basically no one had a chance to plan everything. And in an economy-based game, people are going to be quite fearful about doing a league start and not being able to get involved with that economy, or just having a shit time. By the way, Monk was a great league start in 0.3. 36% by the end of week 3. So it starts to drop off, like 33% by week 4, and it's starting to spread out. But I think at day 1 found 10 characters. And this is only people that have got to the top level as well. This is only people that have got to the top level. Let's just take the entire spread. So What this means is that the Deadeye build was still valid and people followed it on day 1, day 2, raced through it, and the people that did really well come day 2 and got to the top level were Deadeye players playing Lightning Arrow. That's all that means. There is actually build diversity going on here, and people trying different things on day 2. People are actually trying things. It's not quite as bad when you actually look at if you don't cherry pick. And then we'll see this number drop down, but it'll be by less. By the time we get to then week 1, and the low level then starts to come down, and things aren't as bad. There's still a massive skew towards Lightning, but it's not 84%. That's fucking extreme. So there you go. There's my first problem with it. With the information being provided.
I don't know if it's actually possible to make that percentage worse. I am using a
No, because you've cherry-picked the data exactly to make it look as bad as you fucking could.
slightly cherry-picked here because I'm sorting by level 91.
What, dude?
So, yeah, you know...
It's pretty bad, though. It's still pretty bad.
As the league progresses, this gets a little...
The thing is, right, so my umbrage with this particular take is, I don't think you needed to cherry-pick like that. I think you could have gone to day 2, you could have said, give me all the characters that are there. Look, 1/3 of players are playing Lightning Arrow. This is problematic. And this looks bad enough. You don't cherry pick it, because that just seemed unbelievable to me. And yeah, of course, it's who's managed to achieve the top end. And I would say it was down to the changes. Look, there's Fubgun right there. The only builds that Fubgun's build was really, really well preserved. In fact, I think it was even made better in 0.3. And his build guide for Deadeye has got almost 10,000 followers. 10,000. There's only 44,000 characters even on here. 10,000 people follow Fubgun's build. 10,000. And they're the people that have just liked it on Mobalytics. Half of these players might well be following him. They might well be. Half of them.
Little less steep. But if I just sort early on by like...
Yeah, I know, but I like to add my own things to it.
90 plus characters, everyone's Lightning. Is this just because the skills are better? Well, that's part of it. Lightning Spear was really OP. Lightning Arrow, Lightning Rod was really OP. Spark in 0.1 was really OP, so was Archmage. They are all good skills. There's definitely been a favoritism toward Lightning by GGG. And like I said, this goes all the way back to the early stages of Path of Exile. There's always been a Lightning favoritism. But it's more than that. It's actually just like, mechanically, it could not be better. And scaling-wise, Lightning would still be superior. If I told you right now that in 0.4, they were going to nuke Lightning Arrow from orbit, but we're going to buff Ice Shot to be as good as Lightning Arrow was, then the meta next league would be Ice Shot, but it would still be pure lightning damage. I would in 0.4, I would play Ice Shot.
I think he's about to
and I would be 4% cold damage, and I would be like 96% lightning damage. Why? Because lightning's just better.
Yeah, so when I did my first build in 0.1, it was called the McFlurry because it was 50. It was an Ice Strike build, but I made sure I did enough lightning damage to shock, and it ran with like massive amounts of shock magnitude for bossing. They could like one-shot bosses in like half a second with Temper Spell. Hey, okay, how's it going? Yeah, I think the issue is not necessarily just lightning; it's the fact that players can't think for themselves. I think there's a culmination of those two problems that come in, and Fubgun's builds are really they work, right? You can't deny that they fucking work every time without fail, and a lot of people and they work well. They're going to be fast and stuff, and a lot of those players are going to be following that. And I would say not all of them, and there's a lot of players that do think for themselves and go, well, everything else has been nerfed, but I'm quite sure this will still work, so I'm going to play that because I want to have a good league start. But anyway.
In multiple ways. It's a multifaceted problem.
I just think
the first thing is obviously there's shock, right? Shock makes you do more damage. As you progress in this game,
Yeah.
you're going to be doing more and more hits. It's not going to be
Mine
this
always do that.
campaign type gameplay where you're hitting a monster like every 1 to 2 seconds and like doing ailments. Maybe you're chilling, maybe you're igniting. As a character scales into the end game, they start to do more and more hits. They get more attack speed. They get more shotgun, more overlaps. The scaling just increases not only the damage but the number of hits. That has very bad synergy for ignite. It doesn't really have much synergy for cold. But it does have really good synergy for lightning that just wants to slap on a blanket 20% increased damage taken, which is then also scalable to up to 100%. Even ignoring Stormweaver getting 200%. Just, I mean, my point 1 character had 100% shock.
I don't think it's quite so easy to get to 100% shock magnitude now as it was in 0.1, but yeah.
Even if we just assumed that a character with like medium low investment was getting 40% shocks, that's just flat out better than cold and fire.
Because
Well,
the multiplier
okay,
works
even if
as
you
well.
said, Connor, that's just how the ailments work. Ignite has its own damage type. Cold has utility from chill and freeze. That's just how the ailment works, so let's ignore that. Okay, well,
Freeze is really bad since the changes after 0.1, and the fact that it's got a shared cooldown with, I think it has a shared cooldown with both electrocute and stun. When it's on its stun or freeze, no, when it's on its stun cooldown, it can't be frozen. But after a freeze, it can be immediately stunned. So if you get them the wrong way around, you can't CC properly.
it's significantly worse than that. Because the way lightning damage works in this game is it's full range. So instead of being like 40 to 50 fizz damage, lightning damage, the core theme of it has always been in its maximum range, all the way down to 1, all the way up to maximum. It's the identity of the element type. It's chaotic, it's volatile, it's unpredictable.
I just want to take 1 minute to say and wonder, how the fuck does he play with that inventory? Connor, how do you play with this inventory? What the fuck? It's chaos. It's chaos.
That way it has full range. The thing is, there's always been ways to scale this better than types that have a narrow range. Because in this game, there are very, very multiplicative ways to get lucky damage. So the way lucky...
That used to be 100%. That used to be 100% chance for it to be lucky. It was crazy in 0.1. Like, literally would... Yeah.
damage works in
Triple
this
your
game
damage.
is the skill rolls damage twice. So if a skill does 50 to 50 damage, lucky damage doesn't make you do any more damage. But if a skill does 1 to 100 damage, which would be like the same starting damage, or 0 to 100, if one time you roll 25 and the other time you roll 75, now you're doing 75 damage. The way the math works out on this is, on average, with lucky damage on full range, it's 33% more damage for a lucky hit. And there's several sources of this. There's 30% from Lightning Rod. They added this patch, the Spring Hair, which is 20% lucky damage. You can get both of these very easily.
33% does sound like the right sort of number that lucky would increase it by. Yeah. 33%. Yeah. More.
But then it gets worse. There's nodes like Wildstorm. That's 15% more damage. So once again, if you...
It's 15% more maximum. So actually, you can count that as 7.5% more because it doesn't touch the minimum. Well, that's not true. That's not true actually because of the lightning maximum numbers. But it doesn't work out to be 15% more. It's less than 15% more.
But a skill that did 50 to 50 damage, it would now deal 57 to 50, which would bring the average up to, 54. So that it's 7.5% more damage. But on a skill that does 0 to 100 damage, this is now doing 0 to 115 damage, which then, gets full value with lucky damage. So that's just 15% more damage if it's full.
But they don't do 0. No, it's still the same numbers. It's still 7.5% more because they don't deal 0 damage on the low end.
Full range. Okay, well, so yeah, you got me, Connor. The more damage, more maximum damage, and lucky damage. That's obviously really good for lightning. Okay, point taken.
Yeah, but it's not intrinsically better. I mean, you put the two things together, but it's not better that having more maximum. The numbers there are weird because you don't get things that do 50 to 50 damage, and lightning doesn't do 0 to 100. There is a lower bound. 7.5% is right. That is a good node. It's a very strong node. You don't have things that are equivalent. Well, actually, you do. You do have things that I believe might be equivalent. Well, they're not equivalent because of the way scaling works. Because you can keep pushing that top damage up and up and up and up and up, and that 7.5% more is still going to be more. You've got gems that are, you've got things that are clearly supposed to be equivalent, but they're not. So up here you got +1 level of all cold skills. If you're playing a cold build, this is a fantastic node. It does add a lot of power. Doesn't add as much as Wildstorm, and then there's one for fire as well. Yeah, you've got like things like explosive impact, right, which are like really flavorful for the fire side of things. So this is just the flavor, which is adding to, well, it probably needs to be lowered, to be honest, because of how it scales. It probably needs to be 10% more and not 15% more to be in line with the cold skills. And the cold skills one is quite frankly a bit fucking lame. Explosive impact's very cool though. These are what I consider like they're like 3 like flavor nodes for the 3 different elements. But yeah, this one's better, but 15% more it doesn't work out to be. No. It would need to close the minimum as well to make it a true 15%.
Oh, no. It's worse than that. Let's look at some of the points that have similar nodes around the tree. Like, look at pure power. My 0.1 character that was in-stacking had 1750 int,
Yeah, but
which
you can't
made,
get that much
this
anymore,
node was 350% increased damage.
21
Now, okay,
hours
that's an
left.
extreme stacker character, but, like, surely there's equivalent power for, like, strength, right? Well, so that node was 2% damage per 10 strength, per 10 int. Brute strength is...
Okay. If you're playing a pure lightning build that only does lightning damage, then... Shoe babe, calm down. Then yeah. But I want to specify, this is 2% increase lightning damage, right? If I look at a skill setup, I've got cold, lightning, physical, and most, unless you're playing pure lightning, you've normally got some spread like this. The node we're comparing that to increases all damage types, like every damage type. So it does depend on your damage profile, because this is focused at 1 of 5 damage, 6 damage types. This affects all. Jack of all trades, right? That's all damage types again. Like there's some other strong nodes. Jack of all trades is fucking so much stronger than pure power because it affects all damage types, including the minimum values of those ones that have the closer bound. I think it comes down to building. I've not had a problem with non-lightning, I must say.
1% per 15. It's 3 times worse, and it has a negative tied to it. It's just like 3 times...
It's not 3 times worse. It's wrong. It's not 3 times worse. It's not 3 times worse. It can't be, because it affects all damage type. If you're looking at this purely on its effect on just the lightning damage profile, then yeah, but that's not...
better with no negative for the lightning node. It's not even close. The favoritism is off the charts.
No, it's not that.
It gets worse than that. However bad you think that is, it gets so much worse than that. What if I told you... Remember when I said that if I was Ice Shot, I would still be pure lightning? A cold skill, right? If they made 0.4 the Ice Shot meta, I would still be pure lightning. Why? Ignore everything I said about max damage. Ignore everything I said about lightning damage. Ignore everything I said about the lightning talent points being better.
Okay.
I would still be pure lightning damage as Ice Shot. Why? What if I told you that it just rolls more damage? Like, significantly more. The tier 1 lightning damage is 71 to 4, which is an average of 37.5. Well, that's just they're all that, right? Like lightning just has a greater range, and the other ones have a more narrow range, but it's the
he's
same
right
average
here.
damage, right?
He's absolutely right here. I did this one
No,
myself before.
it's not, and it's not even close. It's 37 to 24 for tier 1 elemental on cold, which is an average of 30.5. So versus 37.5, lightning damage on a flat Ellie roll is 23% more damage.
Yeah.
And this is the same for
Yeah,
every
yeah.
single flat Ellie roll. This is the same for rings. This is the same for gloves. Every single roll in the game that has flat Ellie damage, the lightning roll is just flat out 23% more damage. For no reason. There's no actual like logical reason for that.
Yeah, no, there isn't. Actually.
Okay, what about Fizz?
He's
Fizz is good,
100%.
right? Well, if you're used
No.
to PoE 1, yes, Fizz is good. Because in PoE 1, there's Fizz gained as extra elemental damage. And there's Fizz converted to Ellie. That doesn't work that way in PoE 2. In PoE 2, there's no distinction for Fizz. It's all damage gained as Ellie and all damage converted. There is no actual advantage that is only given to Fizz for damage conversion. It's just, for all practical purposes, it's the exact same. So Fizz is 19 to 32 for a perfect T1, which is an average of 25.5. Which means...
Okay. But he has ignored something here, which is that the Fizz damage roll that you get, if it's on your weapon, which looking at those rolls there, maybe actually they might be ring ones, actually. But if that's on your weapon, it's affected not only by the quality, but percent Fizz increased on the weapon as well, which makes a very, very big difference. GPT is rubbish. They're both rubbish. It's just down with the clankers.
Lightning gets all the same conversion, all the same gain as extra, all the same value. There's no special Fizz damage scaling for conversion or gain as extra.
No, the special Fizz damage scaling is off of the percentage Fizz damage rolls that are on the weapon and the quality that's on that weapon, which greatly increases the Fizz damage rolls.
And Lightning just rolls 47% higher. The
On rings, though,
only
I agree
single
with them
thing
entirely.
that is an advantage to Fizz is if the skill gem specifically has a conversion or gain as extra mod. But most of them, it's only conversion, not gain as extra, which isn't giving you any extra value. Because, like, Lightning Arrow has
60%
conversion from Fizz to
40%.
Lightning. So it does get 40 Fizz to Lightning, but it doesn't give any extra damage. If I just had 47% more Lightning damage that was already 100% Lightning, it would just be 47% better. This is the case for every single flat LE roll and every single flat Fizz roll. It's the same for rings, gloves, everything. So even if Ice Shot was the greatest skill gem at 0.4, I would still just make this quiver with lightning damage, with full range, that deals 23% more damage than cold. Let's just see this. 23% more damage than cold. And then let's say I have 40% shock. And then let's say I have Wild Shard for 15% more. And then let's say I have Lucky Damage for 33% more.
But that's not 15% more. We've already worked that out, that it's 7.5% more.
And then let's say I was a stat stacker that was, getting all these greater, lightning damage scaling nodes. Now I'm just doing like 3 times better.
Oh, 1 second.
Full range that deals 23% more damage than cold. Let's just see this. 23% more damage than cold. And then let's say I have 40% shock. And then let's say I have Wild Shard for 15% more. And then let's say I have Lucky Damage for 33% more. And then let's say I was a stat stacker that was, getting all the...
Okay. Some problems here, I think. Minor. I don't think we're about to compare this to the multipliers you get on the cold. The cold also gets
have
the shock.
40%
So the
shock.
cold also gets the shock.
And then let's say I have Wild Shard for 15%
Wild Shard should be 7.5%, 15% is wrong.
more. And then let's say I have Lucky Damage for...
Lucky damage doesn't occur every time, so it's not 33% on every hit. It occurs 30% of the time, so that needs to be divided by 10 and then times by 3. So that's only a 10% increase, not a 33% increase, because you don't, unless you've got the gem as well, in which case it could be 50%. That should be 17.5%, I believe, not 33%. The numbers are bigger. There's no doubt, but this is too big.
33% more. And then let's say I was a stat stacker that was, getting all these
It's
greater,
right. It's just too. It's just.
lightning damage scale.
I'm not sure why the 1.1 is coming in with the great lightning damage scaling. It just seems like an arbitrary 1.1 times. But anyway.
Nodes. Now I'm just doing like 3 times better. But okay, let's ignore the stacker node. And let's say, well, Connor, you had to invest a little bit into Wild Shard and Lucky, so that's worth like 20% damage, right?
Okay.
I'm still doing over double damage.
All right, fine. I didn't actually know that he was going to... Okay, right. He's probably taken it back to what is a slightly true reflection. I still think this would be closer to about 1.8. And actually, the value from Lucky has been overinflated. I think, maybe 2. Maybe 2. I think it's... But yeah, okay.
By building an Ice Shot character as full lightning.
But I don't think you can consider the shock. Right? I don't think you can consider the shock as not there for the cold damage. Even if you had the cold damage, I think this comes down a little bit more. And it's actually about 1.5 times.
Then building it as cold. There are 5 layers to this problem that are all multiplicative with each other. Between more, Lucky, the base damage, shock.
By the way, I don't want to get this wrong. I'm not sitting here saying lightning's in a really good place and it should stay where it is. Lightning's fucking... It is better. I might do that, Kingo. Yeah.
Ignoring all the mechanical grace that lightning skills tend to be given over cold and fire skills. It's just better.
Yes.
It's just over 2 times better. It's not even close. And it's things that are just better for seemingly no reason. So how could they fix this? Well, we're getting into the season where we're going to be getting some patch notes soon. Based off 0.3, bullying is kind of effective. Because when they did the first teasers for 0.3, they gave us deflection, and then they gave us armor applies to elemental.
I like those
Myself
things.
and others did a tremendous amount of bullying based off seeing these teasers. And based off our bullying, they double or tripled the armor applies to Ellie rolls, and they pre-nerfed deflection to not be 100%. So bullying does work for balance. So let's do a little bit of bullying here. They could improve Ignite and Cold, but Cold kind of struggles for a couple reasons. And part of it is you don't really need to slow or freeze monsters. Things don't really have a lot of HP in this game. It's kind of better to just kill monsters than to slow or freeze them. That's partially a balance issue.
Right.
They do need to kind of up the monster HP in the end game. It's kind of insignificant right now. But you can also just stun as lightning. So why would I go to the effort of freezing or chilling a monster when I can just blow them up with lightning damage and perma-stun them? Yep. Like, I can just, within 1 second, stun a boss, get a 4-second stun, and kill it in that stun. I do think they are a little too generous with stun given to elemental damage in this game. I think it should be much harder to get stuns on elemental damage in PoE 2.
I actually strongly agree with his point here. I think I've got it probably on one of these skills. I think Sunder will show it. Yeah. So, stun build-up modifier for physical is 215%, but the stun build-up modifier for lightning and chaos is 110 and 110%. Why doesn't cold have any lightning stun build-up if chaos damage does and lightning? Lightning can electrocute as well, so I don't think lightning should actually have stun build-up at all, because I think if you want to stun with lightning, that should be where you have to sacrifice something. That should be where you're running electrocute instead of shock, right, on your thing. And that is lightning's version of stun. Don't think this line should even be here. And if it is, it should be running at 50%. It should. Did you guys see the Uma? No? No, Ricky, what? We'll have a look in a minute. Cold doesn't have stun build-up, but lightning does. And it works really effectively at stun. I think it's just... I think that sacrificing the damage to get electrocute if you want a stun-based lightning build should be the way forward. Sorry, Connor.
I think it should be a much more core mechanic to maces, melee, and physical damage.
Yep.
I think if anything, those three things in a family should have actually possibly even more stun than they have now. And I think lightning, fire, and cold should have significantly less stun than they have now. That would be a much needed gift to melee, maces, warrior in general. But it would actually give a good amount of utility advantage over fire and lightning to cold damage, because it would give more value to their CC. It would give more value to their chill and freeze. The other thing I think they could do is Ignite's in a bad spot kind of for the same reason, because if I can kill a monster in 0.1 seconds, why would I Ignite? I played Hammer of the Gods in 0.1, and I got up to the point where my character had 40 million Ignite. I did 8 million with hit and 40 million with Ignite. So I could kill any Pinnacle 4 boss in one single hit with Ignite. And this is Pinnacle 4. They've since removed Pinnacle 4 from the game. So the current endgame bosses have less than half the HP of the 0.1 bosses that had 40 mil.
Yeah, why did they do that?
Why would I do a 40 mil Ignite that takes 8 seconds to kill the boss
when it's got
when
no health?
my Lightning Arrow, Lightning Rod can kill the boss in 0.1 seconds? It's a real big argument against doing damage over time when you can just insta-kill stuff so easy. So I do think they do need to increase HP. Not in the campaign, not in mapping, not even in tier 50.
What is it? To your point, there isn't Fizz better because of mob resistances. Sorry, I missed a few messages there. Well, some mobs have armor as well, but we know that armor scaling's pretty bad, so it probably has no real effect against your things. It's also very easy to deal with mob resistances. Chill does enable Shatter on Kill. It's an on-death effect as well. And yeah, it's going to be impossible to balance, but Connor's done these numbers very quickly, and he's done them just off the top of his head. Like, fair play to him. If when you got under the hood it actually was 2.2 times better, then that needs balancing. That's fucking bad. Something being 2.2 times better is completely out of whack. I personally think the number realistically is closer to 1.5, but to Connor's point, he's trying to get a point across with this video. So.
Team mapping, but I think they need to build an expanded upon endgame that has more juicing options, more scaling to add another layer or two of more difficult content that was already in the game. And if they do that, it would give more reason to have damage over time if you can't just insta-kill the content. And then I think they could really make like an argument for Ignite builds in the endgame. The other thing I think they could do with Ignite is Ignite Prolif. The only times Ignite's ever really been good in Path of Exile 1 is at the height of like Ignite Prolif being really OP. There have been a couple iterations over the leagues of really meta, really OP, full screen clear Ignite Prolif builds. And in this game, they had Ignite Prolif, but it was 2-second delay per Prolif. In 0.3, they buffed this to 1 second delay.
Still too much.
That's better. It's still a little too slow. Either they would need to significantly slow the game down for the lightning skills to make this relevant, or they would need to go even lower on this. Maybe like half second, quarter second, maybe no delay.
0.2
but
is the normal
I think
delay.
they could really make a great version of Ignite Prolif that can compete with lightning clear skills. But they've just been too afraid to take the gloves off and actually give any real tools to fire damage in this regard.
What?
I think if they...
Let's go back to the leaks just for a moment. But I think I'm sure Fire's getting some love. Look, there's a fucking volcano skill coming. All right, if they don't do something, not that volcano, this one.
Inferno! Heart of the earth!
You know,
Heart of the earth! Molten anger!
that sounds pretty hot. There's going to be some hot stuff. Probably. So I
they
think
ever
Fire's
want to
gonna
make
get some
them
love,
compete
and it
with
makes
Lightning,
sense.
even if they did a ton of nerfs to Lightning, just the actual mechanical style of just one-shotting the whole screen versus a dot, I think the only way they're ever going to touch Lightning skills with Fire is if they make Ignite Prolif really powerful. I don't think they're going to do that this patch. Frankly, I think we're going to have another patch of like 80% play rate of Lightning. But I'm hopeful they're looking at making some greater changes to the
33%,
broad scaling of the game.
The best players
Because
were playing Lightning.
it really hurts build variety when you just know going into a patch that the lightning range druid skill is going to be the most OP. You just know that for an undeniable fact. It'd be much cooler to go into a game knowing anything could happen. Fire could be OP, cold could be OP, fizz could be OP, chaos could be OP. But it's a little disappointing going into a patch knowing that, like, yeah, Druid's going to get some ranged Lightning Claw ability, and that's going to be 90% play rate. They are going to need to change the game significantly for that to not happen. I don't think they're going to do it this patch, but I hope they look at this first.
Rake Blood Mage did great in 0.2.
And some of the, like...
Hey, besides, because you don't understand what Lucky Mechanic actually does. The overall damage. Not whether it's a critical hit or not. If it is a critical hit, then it re-rolls the damage within the boundaries of a critical hit. So...
Latent favoritism there is, because it is kind of a sour...
But 33% of players are Lightning.
Getting hyped for build variety when you just know it's not going to be there. That's it.
No.
I know this sounds negative. I like to focus on things that need fixed, not things that they did well. That comes off as negative, I know, but I really genuinely do want to see the game improve. And so I'm going to keep
and it could one-shot bosses,
hitting on things that I think they could improve. And
really, really good video from Connor there. Really well put over. He's clearly he's got the numbers quick off the top of his head. I know I went in on them a little bit, but that certainly wasn't because I disagreed with his points. I just thought the numbers were slightly hyperbolic in their nature. But he is right. Lightning does have a problem. It's clearly reflected by the stats, and I think the fix is to elevate. But there's the video, guys. Make sure you do go check that out and give it a like and the whatnot. It's a good take. It's a good take. I think we're going to see some changes to that anyway, and I think given the side of the tree the Druid's coming into, I think Fire's going to be what's going to get the buff. I have no reason not to expect that to be the case. You can't have the crit chance rolled twice. Yes, you can. There is a thing. Yep. Depends what skill. You could use the bifurcate. What's it called? There's a gem that lets you re-roll crits, but you can only cast a skill once every 20 yards. There we go. Nice. Nice, clean. Oh, you guys didn't want the trash? What? New elements. I don't think we'll be getting new elements somehow. 55 exalts. I'm happy with that. I think I was low. I wasn't low. Alright, we will get no more diamonds. Hey, Angry Beard, how's it going? So, what's this thing you want me to look at on PoE 2DB that's just appeared? Apparently. You can send me a link direct to it if you jump over to YouTube must have reconnected. Yeah, I think. Twitch is definitely reconnected. So, and Twitch can only... Yeah, Twitch can only... Yeah, sorry, I forgot to pay my internet bills. There's been a load of stuff. So a load of stuff's come out onto... Right, let's go over it again, because we're back now. It's almost like I've started the stream again. Hi, everyone. Happy hump day. Welcome to the stream. My internet just shit the bed. Yeah, we've got all the voice lines for the Druid.
You are no natural creature.
And I keep clicking on random ones.
There is some mechanism to unlock this, no doubt.
Scottish man discovers keys for the first time. Yeah, instant. I sorry, guys. Yeah, that was fuck. Sorry. Fucking hell. Anyway, I was summarising where I was with Connor's video, but then I was googling something you guys told me to Google. That's when everything crashed. I now don't have. Oh, there we go. Right, chat's reconnected. Oh no way! Shit. Thanks, Joma. Oh, Kevlar, thanks for the 5 months, man. Joma, thanks for the gifted. No way. In my experience with the lovely Scottish men I recently met at the pub, they know a thing or two about. Evil Beagle, I am a man of culture, and I know exactly as to what you're referring. Thanks, Joma. We haven't even connected up old Fancy Cam. I need to do that actually after stream. I do need to take half an hour before bed to sort that out. Right, where were we? I was googling something you guys were telling me to Google, but I was doing it on the other screen in case, and that's when the internet died. No. There's nothing fun. About that. So this, is there any new? That's the other thing. Have they really? There's been news like every night, but tonight. Oh, we did get an update. I've not even read it. It's probably with the Last of the Druids content update launching next Friday. You might be wondering what will happen to the current rate. Yeah, we know. Your fight with the Abyssals is not over yet, as the mechanic will be added to Path of Exile 2's core lists. Core in Last of the Druid content, so we are keeping Abyss. And we're going to get the details. We're getting the details of how that's going core during the live stream, so that's awesome. Rise of the Abyssals, this isn't a leak, this is obviously real news. The Rise of the Abyssals will end on December the 8th. Oh, it's only 5 days away. And your characters and items will be migrated to standard or hardcore. There'll be no wipes. Yeah. When Last of the Druids is released, you'll be able to start playing Fresh League. Awesome. Could we nerf Lightning?
Orgasmo!
Oh, thanks for the 6 months, man. Agreed, Kingo. I think that's important. I think that's very important. But yeah, back to Connor's video. Yep. Point well made. Lightning's overpowered. The numbers, I think, were a bit on the large side. I wouldn't say it's that bad. It's not 3 times worse. I would say it's 2.2 times worse. I'd go 1.8 max. Personally, I would go 1.8 max. Why not buff Chaos, Fizz, Fire, and Cold? Yeah, boy. Who's Stone Cold? Stone Cold Steve Austin coming in with the chair. Fucking knock it out of the park. Check the list on Fate of the Vow. Check the list on Fate of the Vow. Okay. What the fuck? What the fuck? like Who is this person that's added this? Did they add any other stuff? Because, like, no, right, okay, they didn't add any other stuff. So what did it start off looking like? Right, okay, and then this guy added streamer pervert and Guna tier list. Oh, hell yeah, we got a fucking red thing. Streamer pervert and Guna tier list? What the fuck? And then what was this change? He's adding it back. Wait, what? What time were these changes made? And that's all just being made while we're sitting here reading it. Some people that have editor accounts on PoE2DB are adding stupid things to the list of things that are confirmed. Rayglass Tourism Expedition. Queen of Filth. This is obviously bullshit. Wait. Sniffing. Yeah. Hang on. I can fucking just write whatever here, right? I know it's not going to save it, because I'm not in that. I'm in the diff, but... Oh, man. I do believe my internet might be about to drop again. No, it was just something actually reconnecting. Gotta be some butthurt PoE1 player? No, the only things that have been added since tonight is that. Some people have been adding things like streamer, Guna, kit, tier list and shit, and it's been appearing down here. But no, all of that's basically... A lot of that is basically confirmed stuff. The stuff that's speculative that they've added on here, which I think is pretty reasonable, is the Atziri, the Incursion. The Recombinator's a new option, but I think that's just being able to recombine talismans. The new weapon talismans, the new transform system. That all seems reasonable. Streamer Guna tier list reaction. The only person that I've ever heard of that's actually done that is that yeah, we got all the druid. Dude, I've been streaming for like 2.5 hours. What do you think we've been talking about 2.5 hours? I got all the druid voice lines. Trying to the ancestor stuff's been mined out as well. Locations. By the looks of it. We've got mostly pretty good stuff about the druid that's come out. Like the passive overrides at the start. So we know what's happening there. All the voice lines.
Goblins attack the very land.
The shapes.
There is something angry beneath the surface
wolf,
here. I can
wyvern.
feel it.
So there's quite a lot coming. Druid Markdown, this has been here for a while, but... Oh shit, they've actually got the new Volcano spells. We've got the voice lines to go along with Volcano and Tornado as well. Some of the new skills that are coming. Pretty good. Yeah, Twitch drops are all sorted. If you watch tomorrow, Twitch drops will be on. Some of the voice lines are pretty good. There you go. Have a listen through them at your leisure. What, Yoshi? Yeah, anyway, back to the only person I've seen that I've known that's ever done that is that guy that interviewed Asmongold the other day, or Asmongold interviewed Dark DSP, whatever. See Discord, no shot, that's the thing. What? I'm not a public figure. Make me look like a man of culture. I can help with editing images of people, but I can't edit some public figures. ChatGPT will do it. Brutu cat form in list now. Brutu cat form. Yeah, so someone with Brutu cat form. So things are being added down here that are definitely bullshit. But yeah, everything at the top, it's pretty good. I was checking up on where this had come from, so I've been checking up on most of these to see how valid they are. This is the only one I think's a bit dubious. This incursion mechanism introduced is purely based on an interview where Jonathan said incursion twice when talking about his favourite PoE mechanics. I think it's a bit of a stretch. I think that's a bit of a stretch. Route 2 cat form, though, 100%. It keeps being said on the forums. Just coughing. Just guts up. So yeah, looks like, anyway, I've got this camera to try and set up and get stable somewhere on my desk and then figure out how it works, which I need to test out because I want it ready for tomorrow. I'm going to call stream there. Tomorrow, me and the guys, that is the entire, or as many of the Bang Boys as I can gather, are going to be on Discord doing our live reactions to this. So it won't be just me, it will be me and the guys, right? Me and the Rarity group are going to be talking about what this means to us and our plans and whether we like it or whether we don't. So it's not just going to be me, it's going to be having a bit of a conversation. So if you want to come chat with us about what's going on and whether we like it, whether we don't, whether we're still hyped, whether we're not, we'll be here. Yep. So hopefully, guys, it'll be good to catch you tomorrow. I'll get the stream up as soon as I finish work. Should be literally 5 o'clock GMT. So what? I'll try and get up about 2 hours before the announcement go live, so that we've got a bit of time to chat and go over any new things or find out more about this Rutu cat form I'm kind of interested in. But it's been an absolute pleasure, as always. And I hope to catch you tomorrow. Try to sleep well tonight, guys. Don't get too excited. I know Christmas is coming early. Have a good one, guys. Good night.